Welcome. You know that feeling when the frustration or anger just starts to bubble up and you wish you had a simple, immediate tool to get centered again? Well, you're in exactly the right place. In this explainer, we're going to look at the science behind a really powerful breathing technique, and I'll walk you through exactly how to use it, all based on some pretty solid research. Okay, so let's start with a feeling I think we can all relate to, that rising sense of irritation, of stress, of just feeling emotionally hot, right? It's that moment when your patience is just gone and you can feel your entire system starting to rev up like an engine. Now, here's something you might not realize. That emotional state, it's not just in your head. It has a real, distinct physical rhythm. It's directly tied to your heart rate, your blood pressure, and, of course, your breath. And here's the really cool part. You can actually learn to intentionally guide that rhythm back toward a state of calm. So that's where this technique comes in. It's called resonance breathing, and it is a remarkably simple, elegant way to work with your body's own systems to find your balance again. So what is it really? At its core, the practice is incredibly straightforward. It's just a steady, paced pattern. You gently inhale for a count of 5, and then you smoothly exhale for a count of 5. This simple rhythm naturally brings your breathing rate down to around 6 breaths per minute. But why that specific rhythm, right? What's so special about it? Well, it helps your body find a state called resonance. A great way to think about it is like tuning a guitar string. When you're breathing, your heart rate and your blood pressure all start to vibrate at the same frequency, they sync up. They work together in perfect harmony, and that creates a really powerful feeling of calm and efficiency in your system. And to really get why this works so well, we got to talk about something called heart rate variability, or HRV for short. It sounds complicated, but it's really not. It's just the measurement of the tiny natural variations in time between each of your heartbeats. And this little number is a huge indicator of how resilient and adaptable your body is to stress. You see, a healthy heart isn't like a metronome, just ticking away perfectly. It's constantly adapting. So a high HRV is great. It means your nervous system is flexible. It can switch gears from stress back to relaxation really easily. A low HRV, on the other hand, well, that suggests your body is under a lot of strain and might be getting stuck in that stress mode. Okay, so how on earth can just breathing change something like your HRV? To get that, we need to peek under the hood at our body's own built-in operating system, the autonomic nervous system. Think of this system as having two main parts. You've got the sympathetic branch, that's your gas pedal, your fight or flight response that gets you all amped up for action. And then you have the parasympathetic branch, that's your brake pedal. That's the rest and digest system that promotes calm and recovery, and it's largely controlled by a major nerve called the vagus nerve. And here is the absolute game changer. Your breath is basically the remote control for this whole system. Every time you inhale gently, you're tapping the gas pedal, and your heart speeds up just a little. And every time you exhale slowly and gently, you're pressing the brake, and your heart slows down. This means you have a conscious choice about which system you want to engage. So after decades of research, scientists have found a sweet spot. Breathing at a rate of around 6 times per minute seems to be the resonant frequency for most of us, the exact rate that most powerfully stimulates that calming parasympathetic response, aka the brake pedal. And look, this isn't just a neat theory. We've got the data to back it up. For instance, a 2013 study in the International Journal of Psychophysiology actually tested a bunch of different breathing patterns. And what did they find? That breathing at 5.5 breaths a minute, with that perfectly balanced 5-second inhale and 5-second exhale, was the single most effective pattern for boosting that key marker, heart rate variability. All right, that's enough of the why. Let's get into the how. I want you to actually feel this for yourself. Here's a simple guide to trying this out. But before we start, I've got to share the most important rule of all. Seriously, this is not about taking some huge, forceful, deep breath. The whole point is gentleness. Softer, slower, and quieter is almost always going to be more effective. This should feel easy and comfortable, never like a strain. Okay, why don't we try just a couple of rounds together right now? Just find a comfortable, upright position and let your shoulders drop and relax. Gently close your mouth. We're going to breathe through the nose. All right, let's begin. A smooth, quiet inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a smooth, gentle exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just continue that easy rhythm. There's no need to force it, just a light, easy flow. A great place to start is practicing this for just 3 to 5 minutes a day. And, when you do this regularly, the benefits really start to add up. This data here is from a 2022 study, and it shows that people in a resonant breathing program reported some pretty significant improvements, not just in their ability to handle stress, but also in their ability to focus, their overall sense of wellness, and even their sleep quality. Okay, now it's super important we talk about how to practice this safely. Like with anything that can shift how you feel, it's all about listening to your body. So let's go over a couple of key points. So when you first start playing with your breath like this, you might notice some new sensations in your body. It's really helpful to know what these mean and, more importantly, how to respond to them. If you ever start to feel a little dizzy or maybe some tingling, don't worry, that's actually super common. It's usually just a sign that you're breathing a little too forcefully or deeply, kind of like a mild form of overbreathing. The invitation here is simple. Just make your breaths even smaller, even gentler. Or you can just pause, return to your normal breath for a minute, and then try again. Remember, this should always feel comfortable. And of course, a quick but really important note. If you have a history of certain health conditions, like panic attacks, severe respiratory issues, or unstable heart conditions, it is always a good idea to approach any new breathing practice with a bit of extra caution and maybe chat with your clinician first. So here's what it all boils down to. This isn't just some quick fix to chill you out for a second. Every single time you practice, you are actively exercising and strengthening the very neural pathways that allow your body to calm itself down. You are literally building your nervous system's capacity for calm. So, I'll leave you with this final thought. Your breath is with you 24/7, just moving in the background. But it is also a powerful, direct line of communication to the very systems that control how you feel, moment to moment. And the real question is, how might you start to use it?